So, all these random animals that we've had. Starting way back, we had hamsters. Well, I guess back before. Okay, so when I was younger, on the farm, we had big dogs, and like how the white dogs, not Newfoundland, but I'm not really sure. I know we had German Shepherd that I was really close with. I remember riding on him, like riding this dog, but I was tiny, so I don't know. But then we had a big white dog, and that dog bit me in the face. So I think that's why I'm kind of scared of big dogs. Unless I really know them, I'm kind of scared of big dogs because, like I said, this one he bit me right in my face, and ever since then, I'm kind of like leery of bigger dogs. And so we had dogs, with tons of cats on the farm. I said, and then farm animals, and I liked our chickens a lot. They're fun. Chickens have a personality that is really cool. They all have, a different type of personality. Um, I miss chickens. I want chickens again. I just haven't been able to do that. I don't think it would be fair to ask my husband to take care of them for me. But I like cats. I do like cats. Although they're kind of, you either get super nice cats or you get jerks. Like, I haven't found any in between that we've had. But coming up, my kids, they have had a favorite cat, and his name was Stitch. He was a good boy. But when I had my 16-year-old, she was severely allergic to, well, I thought she was allergic to him. It ended up being we had black mold that she was allergic to. We didn't know, and I had given him away, and I still had given our dog Quentin and our cat Stitch away because I thought she was like, she kept getting sick. She was on a nebulizer, and everything, and so I thought it was the animals. That's what the doctors thought, and I feel horrible now. But they went to live on a farm, so I guess it wasn't. I don't know. I still feel really bad because my kids are still angry at me for that. But when your kid is sick and you can't get them better, and then we find behind our tile in our bathroom that it was black mold, but you couldn't see it. We didn't know it was a leak. It was just leaking behind the wall, and we didn't know. But anyway, I was trying to protect my baby, but we had hamsters. That was a mess. Those little dwarf hamsters. And they were supposed to be the same sex, and apparently they weren't. And they were playing together, and then we got little tiny gummy bear looking ones. And so at one point we had like 30 hamsters, and I couldn't give them away fast enough. Oh, that was a mess. And then we got the teddy bear ones, the bigger ones, and again, they were supposed to be same sex. And then my daughter was like, they're playing and wrestling. I'm like, oh, okay. More babies. So I'm like, oh my god, okay, so we can't do this. They had mice, which I don't really care for any of those kind of rodents. They just move too fast. They freak me out. But the kids liked them. They played with them a lot and built little I don't know, little enclosures and like obstacle courses, all kinds of stuff. The kids loved them. So I guess that is what it is. But oh, it's too much, especially when all of them had all of them and they were cannibalizing each other. Like it was not fun for a minute. I thought it'd be terrible, traumatizing the kids. They thought it was funny. I'm like, dude, this is a mom running on the wheel and like giving birth and then flinging it. It was, it was wild. But anyway, and then let's see, we've had, I don't know, tons of cats over the years. We'll find random kittens, abandoned kittens, and bottle feed them and raise them up. We've had puppies that, just help out people. But, if we had bottle feed, that's exhausting. Have to feed it, an orphan or rejected kitten or puppy or whatever, because you're constantly feeding them every 2-3 hours and pottying them. But we enjoy doing that. And then let's see, when Princess was in middle school, well, okay, let's see, my second one, Mimi Riri Barnyard. When Barnyard was in high school, she got rats. And I actually do enjoy them. Their tails just creep me out, but they're very cool animals. They have really cool personalities. They do cool things too. They chill. They're like, and watching them eat and do things is pretty neat. Like their little paws look like little hands. But she got us started on the rat thing, and they are pretty cool. So everybody since then has had rats, but when they get sick or ready to pass, that's very, very difficult. That's hard, and that's kind of that's why we've stopped. These last two that we had, I think it's been about like 6 months now that they passed away. Those were really hard for us watching them. They got sick, and they're very prone to tumors. And one of them got like massive tumors, and it was so sad. And just to watch her deteriorate, and pretty much as soon as she got sick and passed, the other one passed. So I think that other one passed from like a broken heart, because they were together. They they only lived for 4 or 5 years, and these ones were about that long. So it was very sad, and it's hard, every couple of years for your kid to lose an animal or lose a friend, because so I think we're not going to do that, at least for a while, because it's hard. My kids are begging they want another dog, but we lost Buford. So he was 16, and then my Chihuahua Chip, we lost him like just a few months after that. He was only 4. He just had a whole bunch, like he had a couple seizures in a row and just passed away. And I was like, what the heck? And I'm not ready. Like I can't. And my husband don't want nothing else to have to take care of. He's already, he's already got a ton of stuff to have to deal with between me and these 2 kids trying to get us all straightened up. So he don't need extra things to take care of. Plus, he's more of a cat person. He's not really a dog person. Although Muffin thinks that, I think me and her in competition. She looks at him with googly eyes. I think she's in love. But I don't know. She's a good girl though, so I guess if we're in competition. Let's see. Okay, so then when Princess was in high school, she got into tarantulas, which are pretty cool too. I liked watching them eat, and you don't have to feed them very often. They're super cool pets because after your initial startup, they're super cheap to have and pretty cool to watch. So we had tarantulas, and we had leopard geckos, which they're pretty cool, but they're kind of higher maintenance, and I ended up having to kind of take care of them, and I wasn't cool with that. And then let's see, I think she had another kind of reptile, and everybody has always wanted snakes, and I can't, like I can't have one in the house. Even in an enclosure, I'm like, I don't think I can do it. So I've allowed tarantulas, but I haven't allowed a snake in the house yet. But everybody wants one. I'm like, I don't know. I can't do it. It creeps me out so bad. It's because I was traumatized as a child. Like, I can't. And I've touched snakes. Like, I've been to places where, they have the snakes and they hold them and all that stuff. And I've touched them, and I've tried to do the exposure therapy. And I've gone to the pet stores and stuff where they have snakes. And I've looked at them, and I just can't. I cannot get over it. They still freak me out. Like, I go in my backyard. I know they're out there. I just don't want to be near them. Like, I don't want to do it. But I don't know. I told him, you can get a snake when I'm gone. Like, or when you're out of the house, get your own house. You can have your own snake in there. Like, oh, like, what are you gonna do with it? And I was like, what? Like, they want the ones that get huge. I'm like, well, what do you do when it gets huge? What are you gonna do? Starve it to try and keep it small? That's mean. So, no, I don't. Get a little tiny one that doesn't get big. Like, I don't know. So, that's the line I've drawn. I can't do it here. Sorry. You can get spiders, you can get other things, but so right now we just have the cat, who is just crazy. Demetrius, Falupa, Tupa, something or another. Kimchi, I call her Chi Chi. This cat, like she tells time better than I do. That cat is in here every night at 8 o'clock to get her licky treat, because I control her treat consumption, and she tries so hard to get more out of me. She will come in here and just sit here and stare at me, demanding treats, and I tell her that just because it's dark does not mean it's time to have a snack. And she comes in, and I think maybe she wants me to give her a brush, because I do brush her in my bathroom. When I go in my bathroom to do my morning routine, she usually comes in there, and I have her brush in there. I have a brush in there for her, and I have a brush in my bed. And randomly she'll let me brush her in my bed, but mostly when I do my morning routine, and I brush her in there. So sometimes I try and brush her in here. No, she turns into bitey bobcat, I call her, because she will just act like she's loving you and then just bite. I say, I'm not fooling with you, Chi, get out of here. And so I said, I'm not giving her no more licky treats. It's a tube. It's those treats in a tube, and I think I don't know what they put in it, but they're addictive to these animals because she will do anything for that dang treat. And I don't mind giving them to her because she's kind of on the thin side, but I give it to her. But she's in here always trying to get it, but I'm not giving it to her if she's gonna bite me. Like I said, she's in here every night, 8 o'clock on the dot. She's sitting here waiting for her treat. And then Muffin looks at me like, oh, I need one. Like, I am not giving you that treat. And this girl got all kinds of treats I have in a container for her, and is picky on which one she's gonna eat. She's got like chicken and beef and turkey. Only wants certain ones. I said, what kind of? Okay, well, I guess you. Okay. Guess you don't want it. Well, all kinds of treats and stuff that this girl want to eat. I say, ain't this something? These animals.